Well, I'm here in Boston, Massachusetts. It was a bumpy ride, the flight over here, but I'm finally here. And one of the things that I really wanted to do while I was in Boston was meet up with my old pal Chris.
Hey.
Look at this! Look at this guy.
It's a collab.
Look at this. It's collab.
It's collabing.
I've been following Christopher Clark online for a long time, many years. Going back to probably even before Vidler,
Yeah.
Pounce maybe or Jaiku
yeah.
or one of those things. But
Yeah.
you were one of the people that was in this like kind of group of people that we were following.
Yeah.
And it translated over to like your blogs and podcasts and videos and stuff like that. And then when I said, hey guys, I'm going to make a video. I'm turning 40 this year, which was last year. I'm gonna do a video every day that I'm 40, and Chris goes, "Hey, I'm turning 40 too. I'm gonna
Right
do
there
it
with
too."
you.
Yeah.
No, it's I'm thankful for it because I had not been. A couple years ago, I did a project where I was writing a short story every day, or like a portion of a short story every day. But I fell out of that after like 9-10 months because I didn't have anybody sort of challenging me
That's right.
and sort of helping me along. And so I saw that you were going to do this. I was like, I want to play with video because I'm on YouTube a lot watching stuff. Let's try this again. Because back in the day on Vidler, we had the Me Todays. Do you remember?
Yeah, Me Today.
Me Today, and I like doing those. So I don't have one. Like, there's 1 month there where I think we could do a Me Today every day in order to possibly win an iPhone.
Oh yeah.
So like, there's.
I don't know that they ever actually gave that out. There, on 2 different occasions,
Yeah.
I won a shirt. Never got a shirt. Never got a Vidler shirt.
I got a shirt. I
you
had
really?
one for a while. I think it eventually got the holes in the armpits and it went away.
Much like the site went away.
Yes, I think it might still be there.
I think it has a different purpose now.
Yeah, but
it's
buried
much more
somewhere in there
industrial.
is our videos.
Yeah, probably,
Because I went in because I hadn't been saving them, and I went in and my old Vidler credentials worked, and I was able to download all of my old
wow.
videos.
Well, that's
I was very industrious.
I'll have to check that out. Definitely check that out. But one thing I want to thank you for is, something earlier on as I was struggling with this project, posting things every day, you introduced to me this this concept of the 70-20-10 rule, and you got it from another
Jonathan
creator.
Mann, the guy who does a song.
Yes. That concept really changed the way that I kind of approached this whole project, and it really allowed me to get comfortable with just creating a lot of content and creating a lot of content, knowing that a good portion of it is maybe not going to be good, and that's okay.
Right.
But the more I create, the greater that 10% of really great things that are is going to be, and even the 20%, right? So 30% that keeps growing with the amount of content that you create.
Yeah.
So that was really helpful for me, and that was at a time where I was really struggling. And this must have been November or something. That's like I've talked about every single Halloween costume I've ever had, every dumb story growing up, and that really helped me. So and we just talked about this. We tune in.
Yeah.
On his channel, because we just did the other side of this conversation.
Right.
But in that conversation, I said, having someone else out there doing the same thing was really, really helpful to keep me on track, because I didn't feel like I didn't want to let other people down, especially someone else who said, hey, I'm gonna join you along for this journey. So I could not be more happy and could not be more pleased that you decided to do this, to join in this project with me.
We're almost there. And I think the great thing about that rule is that that's 36 and a half videos that'll be good.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
true.
that half one, that'll be interesting. Like which one was awesome to begin with and then really stunk at the end, or really stunk and then suddenly got awesome.
That's most of them. Yeah, that's most of them.
Yeah.
They started off mediocre and ended mediocre. So that's okay though, because what we learned is that it's good. And that's the other thing. And we just had a really nice dinner conversation and stuff like that, and talking about how just creating content is something that, as we've gotten older, and as certainly as we both turn 40, and and realize that there's less and less time. You know, we're both family men,
Yeah.
and there's less time to dedicate to being creative, something that's like kind of sustained us throughout our younger days.
Yeah.
And you know, doing this creates that that pocket where we can do that and dedicated time to being creative, which I think has been certainly helpful for me, and I think you would agree, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, finding time every day, and you've done it better than I have. You've gotten one every day. There were periods where I missed it, and I made it up eventually.
Yes.
But
we made up the rules. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's
Nobody's.
it's
There's
right.
no bylaws we're violating.
There's no bylaws yet,
Yeah.
but maybe next year.
All
Yeah.
the people who are about to turn 40, we're setting the rules for you all.
That's right.
Every day.
Every day, or you get thumbs down from me. I'll give you thumbs down.
You get a demerit.
Definitely.
I'm trying to think what a demerit was. Demerits in my school were like not as bad as a detention. You could get demerits before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was there like a point system? There was
Something like that.
a ledger that kept the demerits. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we had. I think it just went straight to detention,
Yeah.
or something.
I had a detention once in middle school for having an elastic band in Spanish class.
Why? Was that banned or?
No, so the woman who was the teacher had a real paranoia about rubber bands and people shooting their eye out.
It sounded like a personal phobia, probably from that
she
teacher.
sent me to detention. That's one of the only times I've been to detention was over a rubber band in Spanish class.
The only time I don't know that I actually went to detention, but I got sent out in the hall was when. Remember when chicken butt was a thing, where like you would say what and then you say chicken butt?
Yep.
Well, I did that to my geometry teacher, and she did not like that.
No.
She sent me out the hallway. I felt bad, and then she
Yeah.
came out and she was like, "Look," and like come to find out, back then you think your teachers are ancient and stuff like
Right,
that. She was
yeah.
probably like 3 years older than me or something. But
She's
she's
years older than you are now, or 3 years.
no,
older.
like
She was
I
probably
was
like
like in
20.
10th grade, and
Oh,
she
okay.
was like probably just graduated or something. She's
Okay.
like, "You're giving me a hard time. I don't want to deal with this right now." And then I was a good boy for the rest of the time, but
Yeah.
I don't think I got detention, and I don't think demerits. You think of like Hogwarts,
Yes,
like,
yeah.
and they're like
Getting
you get points taken away
taken
from
out.
your house and
Yeah.
everything. You're a Ravenclaw?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Ravenclaw.
Yeah, Ravenclaw.
That's right.
My family, they all took, when we were in Universal this past time, we got out the laptop. Everybody took
Yeah.
the test on.
Like the
on,
painfully long test. It's like absurdly long.
And all of them decided not to agree with it. Like,
Oh.
my
Okay.
younger daughter had taken one, like a non-official, non-Pottermore test,
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
got different results.
Okay.
So I guess she decided she wanted to be a Gryffindor. They all want to be Gryffindors.
Well,
and it's like, I get it,
Who doesn't?
but I'm happy to be a Ravenclaw.
Okay, here's a question,
Yeah.
and I've been afraid to ask this
Okay.
because it seems like uncouth, but I'm gonna say it anyway. People are walking around Universal Studios
Yeah.
stuff like that, and they're wearing their different shirts and stuff
Yeah.
like that. There's a bunch of them who are wearing the Slytherin because they've took a test and it says, "Hi, I'm a Slytherin."
Right.
But in the movies and in the books, the Slytherin kind of believe in the extinction of the non-magical people, aka they're Nazis, right? So are people who are
Yes.
supporting Slytherin really kind of like the Nazis of the wizarding world?
Oh, I think you're onto something.
Because like if you think of, like they wanted to kill,
Yeah,
right?
they
Like
wanted to
wanted to
kill-
kill the non-magical people.
Yeah.
I think Slytherin are Nazis. That's what the title of this video is going to be. It's going to get a lot of hits.
Yeah.
I don't want to get sued, so I probably won't do that. But
Well,
Slytherin.
I don't
You know
get
what
the
you did.
sense that they're as litigious as the arcade bar people.
We won't say barcade.
Yeah. You can say, like I said, you can say it in the video, but
Yeah.
apparently they're not fond of seeing it in
Well,
print.
Hey, more power to them, I guess. If they jumped on an opportunity, and
Yeah.
I'm happy for them, stuff like that. So when I told my wife I was going to meet a dude that I've met off the internet. It was an awkward conversation,
Yeah.
but then I
Yeah.
said, "Oh, is E. Christopher?" She's, "Oh, yeah."
Then now you have to tell her
She's-
that we met.
Yeah, this is not a headboard, by the way. This is a lounge. This is
Right.
a proper hotel lounge.
Yeah.
It just kind of looks like
Just-
that.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that wasn't a good way to end the video.
Sorry.